Hi, it's Helen Tarrant.
Hi, this is Helen Tarrant here. Welcome to an episode of Commercial Property Roadshow. Now, we're all dressed up as unicorns. Here's my team, Renee Thomas.
Right.
Greg Lazarus.
Hello.
Virginie.
Hi.
This one is a reluctant unicorn, so we're breaking her in at the moment. So we're going for a inspection of a property in Townsville here, in a suburb called Heatley, where is a childcare centre. So we're going to give the little boys and girls a little dance, and then we're going to go through all the shopping centre. So it's quite interesting. Come with us. The reason we're dressed up as a unicorn is because we're always on the road finding a unique property. So come and join us. All right, so we've just done a quick inspection of Good Start Early Learning. They've got about 14 staff here and they can accommodate 82 kids, and also they're non-for-profit. So they range from anywhere from about $97 to $105 per day per child, and they're about 92% capacity of what they can take. So that's really, really good when the average is about 80% here in Townsville. So the location of this property is that next to that we've got a swim school, and then we've got preschool and also a kindergarten, and then across the road we've got the actual high school as well. So now we're going to have a look at some other shops along here that's attached to this property, and we've got some vacant shops as well as shops that's already got a tenant in it. So come with us. All right.
This one was a.
So look at this. Hello.
How are you again?
Yeah, I know. So yeah, we want to find out about the leak there.
Yeah.
So I want to find out because we know that tenants have said to us that there've been some leaks here, so it'd be good to see that they're being fixed.
Yeah, I walked the roof already.
Yeah.
I walked a whole lot of the roof, even the daycare roof.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll break this building down, and then I'll break the daycare centre down, because it's too hard to break every single unit down because you'll never get through the report. So what I'll do is I'll put this building as a whole.
Yeah.
Actually, Steve's still up in the roof cavity.
Okay.
There,
All right.
So yeah, a bit of water leak in there, and there is a couple of like little valleys that come down off like your dummy Dutch gables. You know, the front there. It's sort of like like just they don't serve anything, just make it look different. So unfortunately, the valleys are leaking into some of the areas. And if you have a look at here, there's a valley. See that valley just there? So see it comes down there from the hip. Down there, and that's where it's leaking there. They've stuck a real lot of gunk around there. But,
okay, so it really needs to be totally cleaned out.
Yeah, I've taken some photographs of the areas where they've done that. Yeah. So probably if it's still leaking, then it's going to be neat. Like I can't see if it's leaking or not. Yeah. So you can see that it's leaked, but I can't see if it's leaking now. You know? So I hope he's not taking photographs of you.
That's awesome.
Concentrate on her.
Dentist. Two rooms.
Okay.
Podiatrist.
So
Doctors.
it works out for dentists.
Works for a dentist. Drop lights from the ceiling. Podiatrists. Dentists, podiatrists, doctors. There's rooms here. Waiting room over there. The main reception comes here, and they can see each patient. So there's actually a fit out there.
It's actually quite nicely painted at the moment, and two different types of.
Correct. We could put in somebody here, so it appeals to somebody who wants to use it as rooms. They don't need offices because it's not, but actually as private rooms to do consultation. And what that means is that it would suit somebody without them having to do and spend money on a fit out.
Okay, so we've got there was a toilet here that's been ripped out, I think. Yeah. And what's in here? That goes to the exit to the back. And there's a toilet there. Oh, that's been capped as well. So is there a communal toilet then? See you later in the next inspection. All right, will do. All right, so this one is dramatically different from the other one. So it's quite interesting when you look at different properties, how one vacant shop can be totally different from the other. The other one's well painted. Look, it's got some watermarks on the ceiling. We could patch up. This one here really just needs all of these equipment to be taken out. The AC, that one's probably okay, but this one probably needs to be, I don't know, probably decommissioned. This wall here is okay, but we might have to give it a new paint. And again, we need to fix up the back of of it. So, I mean, it's hanging out electricals, not always the most brilliant. We've got the male and female toilets. Again, the male and female toilets have been removed because here apparently each council charges them for per toilet that you have. So again, this will need a lot more work than the other one. And before we would even show a client in here, we would be looking at doing all the work as well. And of course, you can see the film on the front end of that. That's not even that on the front end. That needs to be stripped back and totally redone as well. Well, it's a hard day's work being a unicorn and looking at properties at the same time. So we've just gone and done a quick look through one of these mini marts as part of this property itself. And you can see that it's well stocked with everything that we need. And also it's got a little back area as well, but it seems quite busy. There's people coming in and out of it. There is, they also have a little coffee machine, so they make some coffee as well. So we've got, so definitely we just want to see when you're in an area doing an inspection, how much foot traffic they have and all the ins and outs of it. So yeah, so now let's go and explore some other shops as well.
The building reports come along really well. So we've just had a discussion with the building inspector.
Yeah.
So the roof, the foundations, the masonry are all excellent.
Yeah, well the main thing is we have, when you're doing a property that has an uplift, you really want to be looking at a property that has the basic shelves already there. Now all the cosmetic stuff can be fixed, but you know, if it has major issues with foundation or roof or structures, that's where you have to worry about, and that's why you do a pest and building report. So come on and have a check out the other shops.
Great.
All right, so we're here at the third vacancy in this property. You can see that it already has a fit out. So some of the stuff we'll be able to reuse, some of the stuff we won't. The floors will need to be tidied, but generally the whole thing is well laid out. We've got a nice little area out the back. Look, this air conditioning will probably need to be decommissioned, but if they wanted people to sit at the back, we could do that. There's some cool rooms. We're going to have to check to see if it's working or not, and probably a coat of paint so we can get rid of the orange. You know, some of those things that we can tidy up for, you know, 5-10K to make this place a much more tenanted area and for easily to rent out. And of course, with a basic fit out already in place, that benefits us finding a tenant as well.
I think it was early this year.
Yeah, and the tenants vacated earlier this year, so it's been vacant for a little while now, but I think with some sprucing up, we can get a tenant relatively short space of time. And that's what you're looking for at an inspection, especially properties that are vacant, how easy and versatile the premise is and how likely it's to get a new tenant in here. And we're coming in to have a inspection of a bakery. So I'm just testing out the Leamington a little bit, and let's just come through and have a look. Hello, we just saw a quick round. My brother's a baker, so I love bakeries. And we actually have to as that's great. So do you bake everything yourself?
No, we're baking the main shop.
The main shop. Oh, you've got another shop from here. So, oh no, those are nice. So it's cute little bakery here. We can see the inside of that. Do you have a communal toilet, or do you have a toilet yourself here? Okay, great. Because I noticed he's capped a few toilets, and I wasn't sure if everybody's toilet's been capped or whether it was just oh, it was a choice. Okay. All right. And if we go outside, you can actually see there's a bit of whoops. You can see here that here we've got a little storage that they've just put up. It's really cute, and look, it's very neat outside. They can park outside, load, and of course they can put all of the bakery stock in there. We've got a baker's there, so they've got another store elsewhere, which is really good because that just shows them that they obviously are busy and that this place is in demand as well. And got here, and we've got a cool room here. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go see. Oh, it was hard, was it? Oh, it goes straight in. Okay. Wow. Cute little cool room. Oh. Are you guys busy here?
Oh, it's a bit quiet because it's school holidays.
Oh, school holidays, of course. Otherwise, there'll be lots of people with pies. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Well, every time I go to a bakery myself, I always buy a Leamington because I love them, but also, you know, for me, one of the things here in Australia, you always got to know how good they are by trying their pies and Leamingtons when you go out to do an inspection. So, you know, I always encourage, if you can, try out their food and do what you can in terms of engaging with your tenants as well. So let's try this Leamington. Oh, it's nice and soft. It melts in your mouth, so that's a very good sign. Hello. Hi. Hi, I'm not sure if Sean's told you that we're doing an inspection here today.
Oh, yeah.
All right, great, thank you. And we have to come back here to So this is a bit of a, so you do fish and chips here and burgers and everything else as well? So everything, nice. So here we've got, oh look, we've got Twin City glass pulling up here. It's nice and cool. How's the aircon? Is it working properly?
The aircon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got to check because we've got a building inspector as well coming through here. We just wanted to make sure that everything is working properly.
The only one on the roof being connected.
The one on the roof, oh, the old one, oh, these ducted ones have been disconnected. Don't work, okay, because I think the ducted ones are causing some of the leaks in the roof, so that's why I want to rip them out probably. Yeah.
Yeah, replace the roof.
Replace, well, yeah, there'll be parts of the roof we will need to replace. Yeah. So have you had leaks in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All through here.
All through here, okay, let's have a look.
Okay. Yeah.
Through here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll get our building guy to have a look at so you can take photos and stuff, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Your burger smells amazing. I must come back here because I'm here for the weekend. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Like a pigtail.
Oh, yes. Oh. We decided to spruce it up a bit, you know, not all property inspections are glamorous, so, you know, we decided to come with unicorns today. Yeah, why not? All right, well, I'm going to get our building guy to come back in and have a look at where the leaks are so that we can make some notes too, because I think it's the issues with the old air conditioning as well.
Yeah, well, we had leaks in here and it was singing.
So the
Down
leaks,
through there
yep,
and in through the vent.
then, yep.
You can see the bow in the ceiling where it's sorry,
Oh, no, it's fine. So there's leaks.
I just like turn it off at night.
Oh, wow.
It all just through these two, and then you'll see where the ceiling's bowed. It was coming
Yeah.
through that light switch,
Okay.
but I don't think that light switch is live.
No, I don't think it is. Okay, all right. Well, I'll get our building guy here. They're coming through. I'll just let him know. And here outside Peter Riviera, there is one of the tenants part of the strip in Heatley. So here we have the vet place and the Peter Riviera. Now, one of the big things about the pizza place is to see what the locals actually come here and eat. And they actually have gluten-free pizzas, and they actually do a really good trade. And it's Saturday lunchtime, and they do a really, really good trade still. Fairly busy people stopping by. They're quite iconic in the area, and that's really good to know. And this is their second store. So that's always really important, like looking at the history of the tenant to see where they have been, where they're going, and how busy the business is at the moment. And we can obviously see Renee's trying out. You know, it's really important for her to get some of these balls. You know, we're always good to try out the actual.
Should have 5.
We have 5.
All right.
All right, these are going back to our kids because we always have to take a ride back.